Welcome to my first video that will be a series on logic, arguments, and philosophy in general. To start everything out, let's take a look at arguments. Now when I talk about arguments, I'm not talking about the type you may have with your parents, significant other, or stranger on the internet. I am meaning the logical arguments where you attempt to demonstrate or prove a statement, also called a claim. There is actually a structure that logical arguments should follow. The first component of an argument are the premises. A premise makes a truth claim about something. A truth claim is a statement that is either true or not true. For example, the statement, "It will rain tomorrow," is either true or not true. While we won't know about the actual truth of the claim until tomorrow, that doesn't change the fact that it will either rain tomorrow or it will not. You need at least two premises in an argument. They can be independent of each other or build on one another in a logical progression to demonstrate the conclusion, the other component of a logical argument. A conclusion is a proposition which, if done correctly, should be shown to be true based on the supporting premises that led to it. But for the conclusion to be true, the premises themselves must be true, or in other words, their truth claims must actually be true. If that doesn't make sense right now, that's all right. Let's put an example to clarify things a bit. Let's use one of the oldest arguments out there. All men are mortal. Socrates is a man. Therefore, Socrates is mortal. The premises here are that, number one, all men are mortal. In other words, every man we have known dies. Number two, Socrates is a man. Socrates the person is part of humanity. The conclusion should be supported by the two premises. And if each premise is true, the conclusion should be true as well under a valid structure. We'll get into that later. In this case, we know all men die, we know Socrates is a man, and therefore we know that Socrates will die. The word therefore is either explicitly stated or inferred. However, it is always part of the conclusion. In future episodes, we will look further at structure, talk about issues in structure that result in conclusions not logically following, validity and soundness, really all the good stuff. This has been The Unholy Roast, and thank you for listening to my still small voice.